Our project was about lecture halls. We should count the people coming in and increasing the counter and decreasing the people coming out, and managing the temperature of the lecture hall depending on the number of students present in the lecture in the hall. We've encountered some problems during implementing the ultrasonic or the temperature sensors, and then we've substituted it with the IR sensors, and we've used the code to alter the temperature in the hall.
My name is Mina Mamdouh, and I'm going to explain the software part of our project. We use the Quartz Prime software, very long language. My module starts here. I have some inputs and outputs. The most important ones are in infra out and the set button, and my outputs are green LED and red LED. My code starts here in this always block. I needed to slow down the clock, so every 25 million clock cycles I trigger my sensors. 25 million clock cycles is equivalent to half a second. In this if condition, when the infrared sensor detects an object, it sends signal 0, and I increment my count. Once I reached my maximum, I don't increment anymore. The second part is always part that considers the students' count. When my students' count changes, I trigger this always block. If I reach the maximum number of students, I trigger the red LED. Otherwise, I trigger the green LED. Thanks.
My name is Dalia Medhat. This is the second part of the software. Here we are calling the segments on the inputs A and B, and this is the output, and the temperature regulator on the student count, and this is the output. Here in the segments module, we input the number and output the segment, and whenever that number changes, it enters here and changes the value. In the temperature module, it inputs the student count and outputs the segment 1 and segment 2, and this is the initiated temperature 25. And whenever the student count changes, it enters here and does this calculation, and the segments are A and B, which are the output, and then calling the segment again to output seg 1 and 2.
I am Morcos Adly, and I am going to explain the hardware part of the project. First, this is the FPGA Altera board, and this is a breadboard. At the first, I get 5 voltage supply from the Altera board to the positive node, and a common ground from the Altera board also to the negative node. Then I connected two IR sensors parallel. Each sensor has 3 terminals: voltage terminal, ground terminal, and output terminal. The output terminal is true or is 1 when when the sensor detects object and sends the signal as an input to the FPGA. Then we have the LEDs. The LED is connected in series with the resistor, and gets its voltage from the Altera FPGA board, and connected also to the common ground.
Hello, my name is Gamil, and now I'm going to continue with the hardware part of the project. Here we have the sensor of the people entering the lecture hall. Here we have the sensor of the people exiting the lecture hall. Here we have the number of students in the lecture hall, and here is the temperature. This yellow light will remain on until the maximum number of the students in the lecture hall is not achieved. However, this red light is off as the lecture is not full yet. Now I'm going to start the count. As you can see, the number is increasing. Here we have a reset button. By pressing it, it resets to 0. The number will keep increasing until it reaches 75, which is the maximum number. We modify the maximum number to be 25 for simplicity. As you can see, the red light is now switched on and the yellow light is now off, and the hole is now full. Here we have a decrementation of students. As you can see, the number decreases.